Where do Tatum and Brown fit in the Celtics all-time starting five? Fellas, who's going to... I think, Cheech, you're the least hatred for the Celtics.
Yeah.
Send out congratulations.
Big congrats to the Celtics 2023-2024 season.
Yeah. And go on about your win today.
Fuck Boston.
The best player in the series, Jaylen Brown, big ups, won me $100. So thank you, Sportsbet. And I think it's a long time coming, to be honest.
It is. 6 of 8 conference finals since Tatum and Brown, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. And it shows just sticking with the process. All this chopping, changing, Kevin Durant, ring chasing, LeBron as well, kind of. It shows just stick with it and good things will come. But it has to be whole organization, like from top to bottom. You have to just stick with it. And so big props to them on winning. But I think it's big asterisks. Who did you verse?
Yeah.
Where do we rank them in, the last, in the last 5?
Lakers had a harder run.
Bubble Lakers, you got the Bucks, you got Nuggets.
Well, maybe we'll talk about that another time.
Where do you put them? But anyway, they've done really well.
And we'll talk about it. We like to get into a few fun things to start off with, and then we'll talk about that at the end. Mm-hmm. All right. So Celtics all-time starting 5, and as you might guess, being either Celtics or Lakers, they've got the greatest players in history, or at least the players with the most rings and all that sort of stuff. So there is a lot of players to try and go through.
Yep.
There's a lot of variables to try and work with here. Let's try and go through it. So, elephant in the room. How old are you, Ross?
28.
How old are you?
Nah, 30.
I'm 28 as well. None of us have seen Bob Cousy play before.
Yeah.
None of us have even watched a live game of Bill Russell.
No.
The finals MVP is named after him. None of us have watched Kevin McHale. None of us have watched... there's another one, but I haven't even got it. Larry Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Larry Bird.
There's a lot of old greats.
Obviously, we've seen some highlights and watched a bit of that. This is a tough one to make.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We're going off respect.
Yes.
We're going off what we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
We're going off who we hate. No, I'm joking. It might.
Asterisks.
It might come into it. All right. I don't know. Where do we start? Should we start off with probably just an automatic?
Okay, yep.
And let's just be real. Let's just give it to him. Bill Russell, center.
Yep.
Huh?
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
12 seasons.
He's their greatest center ever. He was a presence. 11 rings. 11 rings.
Yes,
11
11
rings.
rings, 5 MVPs, 12 All-Star,
I've
11
never
All-Star.
seen him play, but you
Yeah.
can't not put him in.
Yeah.
12 seasons with the Celtics. 25 and 23 rebounds, averaging that in one of his seasons, bruv. That's killer. I don't give a damn. You just play to the competition. Right? You can say, fireman's league or whatever, but you're just playing against who you can.
Yeah.
And they're the stepping stones of the next gen. So props to Bill Russell.
Well, I'll bring that back up again later when you see how far you want to push the who's in front of you agenda.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Bill Russell at center.
Yes.
We got one on the board.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of them are all hard.
Mm-hmm.
Just so many players to choose from. Who wants to shout out a position and we'll try and do it?
Point guard.
Point guard.
He went with the
I got point
hardest
guard.
one.
No, Rondo.
Yeah. Well, it's so. I just ended up.
Who else you got on the point?
I just didn't put cement.
Okay.
Yep,
Yep,
fucking, we'll talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I put IT4, Rondo, Holiday, White, Cousy.
Mm-hmm.
I have done a bit of a deep dive on Cousy before. Actually, 2 years ago, we did a similar segment like this, me and Jack. And whatever, you got to pay respect, but I don't know.
I feel like you can put Bob Cousy. 9 seasons with the team, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 MVP. No?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, one MVP.
No, when I say I deep dive, I just watched some clips.
Yeah, 1 MVP. And then 6 NBA championships, here or there. I understand that there was only 9 teams in the league when he was playing. So
everyone was a fireman or a milkman.
Yeah, but I don't know. You're still the best player in that series. I understand you can put Rajon Rondo, but Rajon Rondo through his tenure was 11 points, 9 rebounds, Sorry, 11 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. It's not that much of a discrepancy between the two in terms of stats. And again, we can only take them for, the stats and the videos that we see. But I think Bob Cosby had more of an impact. But yeah, of course, it's hard to tell.
I just didn't put him in because I don't know enough about him.
Yeah.
But I got Rondo and Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
Because Drew Holiday's arguably...
Like, Drew Holiday's better than Bob
Like
Cousy.
the fact,
I'll tell you that right now.
He's only had one season, which it's hard to really, but like...
Drew Holiday...
What a player.
Drew Holiday over Roger?
Almost, but Rajon Rondo is just
Iconic?
He's just your typical point guard, which they barely exist. They still do exist, sorry, but it's just... I think it's Celtics. When I think of point guard, I think of Rondo. That's me anyways.
Those players
He's stressing.
These players are all better than Cousy. I saw someone... we're getting disrespectful, but I saw someone tweet... I saw someone tweet in the conference finals...
Fuck Boston.
TJ McConnell in TJ McConnell 50 years ago, whatever, 40 years ago, or for 50 years ago, would have been Bob Cousy. You know what I mean?
I don't even know who Bob Cousy is, but
He's
yeah,
like,
but that's modern medicine and all that jazz. Like,
Huh?
I understand, like,
But
with the
that's
resources.
the thing.
So when you're playing down, we're playing up.
Right? This conversation can go on,
On and on.
This can go on and on and on. Right? I agree. It's for you to judge. You have to get into the hypothetical. Unless you're very happy to just do it, just from the stance of they did what they did for their time. Their rings and stats and awards are as valuable as any generation. If you take that stance, then it's black and white. But if you're, I don't know, looking into other things, then it is a big, big conversation. Because modern medicine, all that sort of stuff, but would their games have necessarily... Do you believe that Bob Cousy could have kept elevating, or was his ceiling greatly aligned with that time? You sort of see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I don't know, Porzingis. What was his ceiling then compared to now? He'd probably be a very similar player to all the guys back then. But as in, like, because they wouldn't have... They said, what are you doing shooting? You know what I'm sort of saying? But now... He's a stretch 5, very valuable player to have on the court, sort of. That may not be the best example, but you see what I'm saying. Modern times, modern tactics, modern medicine, modern sports scientist, all that sort of stuff. It makes for a large conversation here. And obviously, people are going to get mad no matter what we pick here. Rondo's a better player than Cousy. I'm telling you, watch the clips. Rondo's a better player than Bob Cousy. If we have to go Rondo, I put IT4 first because the peak of the powers. IT4. That one season, it might have been 1 or 2 seasons, but that one season, IT4 was actually my favorite player for that one season. But I think I want to go the Rondo. I want to get the majority
Rondo over Drew.
Well, you go on Rondo.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. In terms of a Celtic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Not that Drew, not that one
Majority
of
wins.
better.
I don't know. I
it's
think-
just
We're used to getting killed in the comments.
I think having one MVP is pretty good.
In what time, though?
But having one MVP is then one MVP. I understand.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, that's why I appreciate, like, what's his name? Larry Bird. Because for me, I think that's more of a modern NBA. That's like where there's a new chapter. Like there's maybe 3 chapters in the NBA. Obviously the starting rounds. Then you have the Larry Bird, but then the Michael Jordan kind of era. And Larry Bird was in a little bit of those those 2 chapters.
Like you look at sort of like Luka and I don't know. So a lot of people say Jokic. I see this is where it changes. I think modern medicine and all that sort of stuff, Larry Bird would have kept going, elevated. I think Bob Cousy's ceiling wasn't too far away, even with that medicine, and if you know what I'm even if you added better times, medicine, tactics, all that sort of stuff.
For sure. All right, let's
Some
go.
people out here saying TJ McConnell will be Bob Cousy. You know what I mean? Let's go Rondo, point guard. Now, someone shout out a position.
I want to go with an easier one. SG.
Shooting guard. I don't even know what the fucking easy shit is. You tell us.
Oh, I'm just gonna go Ray Allen.
I was
thought with
fudging it
I
here.
had Jalen Brown and then I put Ray Allen.
I was fudging it.
No, I didn't.
I was
didn't even
thinking, I was fudging it here. I think Jalen. See, I don't know. Tell me, is Jalen Brown better than Ray Allen? Is Ray Allen more of a just a?
Well, did today's game kind of help you guys make that decision, or I was going with this kind of thing before the game, and I was like, no, I'm picking Ray Allen.
You guys, let's just be real. So I got into NBA in 2013. You guys saw a lot more of Ray Allen than me. Tell me was Ray Allen? My understanding of him is very much like a Klay Thompson type, in terms of like he's just a 3-and-D catch and shoot type
I
guy.
turned him into that, definitely.
Yeah,
Or was he a bit more than that?
I think that was more in the Heat.
Yeah, definitely.
But he was a bit more dynamic on the Celtics. I guess that's where that age came into factor. But before then, I think it was
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was more versatile for sure.
Yep.
So what was his stats again? So his stats were 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. When you compare that with, I guess, Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown's probably, like, for me, he's got a bit more girth to him.
Yeah.
Ray Allen was just like, as he, puts himself in the right
Slim,
position.
yeah.
To prevent that. So I'm happy to switch it over, but I think at this stage I still like Ray Allen.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can. I think shooting guard is the one we can fudge a bit though. So maybe we leave that for now because I think we also may have to talk about Tatum in shooting guard.
Okay, easy. Tatum in shooting guard.
Yeah, because the small forward and power forward is pretty hard to get into with the Celtics.
Okay.
There's just so many.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, let's go to small forward.
Small forward. Wow.
You probably got to go Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
You got to lock
You
that
have
in.
to go Larry Bird.
Easy.
Where do you put Garnett?
Well, if we're jumping straight to it, I think Garnett 4.
Yeah,
And then that
Garnett
means
4.
there's no room for Tatum and Brown.
No.
Yeah.
And then Paul Pierce.
And then Paul Pierce misses out as well.
Like, you have to almost put him in.
Only one of Pierce, Tatum, Brown gets in. Only one of Pierce, Tatum, Brown, and Allen gets in.
Into
only
the SG spot.
Into the SG
That's
spot.
when I was doing the Celtics. I was looking. I'm like,
Yeah.
where do I put him? If I talk about today's NBA, Jason Tatum can play the 4 spot.
But he's not getting in over
But
KG.
that's the thing.
No way.
He's not getting even over
No
Larry
way.
Bird
That's the thing.
either.
And then you can put him at the 2 spot because it's today's NBA. But then, what the hell do you do with Paul Pierce? You have to put Paul Pierce in.
Yeah.
And
no,
Kevin,
well, we don't have to put in
you
Paul
don't have-
Pierce.
You don't have
But then again, all right.
to answer.
So we all good with Larry Bird at 3.
Yep.
KG
Fantastic.
at 4.
KG at 4.
A lot of people say
But-
Kevin McHale at 4, but KG.
No, well, that's what I wanted to talk about. I
don't
thought
know him enough.
this one was a good one because I know different eras, blah, blah, but Kevin McHale was more of a post-up kind of guy. He's smooth operator, but he wasn't as athletic and a two-way guy as Kevin Durant.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, I did type that in a few times. Notes. Kevin Garnett. Garnett was just
A beast.
energy bunny,
Yeah.
and also that
He was a dog.
that somebody that galvanizes the team. So
Doesn't
not
back down.
has that emotional intelligence, quote unquote, and that energy on top of just providing points in the paint. Whereas Kevin McHale was more of a smooth operator.
Yeah.
I respect his game. It was a close decision, but that's how I've seen it. So Kevin Garnett, easy P4, power forward.
Yep.
I
Larry
say-
Bird at 3.
Larry Bird at 3. Then SG, and this is where we can fudge it, and I'm happy to fudge it. Who are we going to put? Paul Pierce or... Now, I didn't even think Paul Pierce...
And here's the other part. So, sorry, go on. Pierce, Allen, Tatum, Brown, or IT4, Holiday, White,
It's
Cousy.
crazy because Paul Pierce was the guy during that era of Rondo, Garnett.
Yeah.
And it's hard not to include him. Like, he should be probably the first option out of all them 4.
Yep.
But then you've got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Who are you going to pick out of them 2 to start off with? Then do you pick them over Paul Pierce?
Paul Pierce, 1 Finals MVP, 8 times all-time defense, 22.6 rebounds, 4 assists.
He was the answer for them. He was the answer.
I like, yeah.
He was
We
the
go-
answer.
we go
he
with
was the
Paul
closer.
Pierce.
He was the.
We go with
he
the
was
truth.
their Kobe.
All right, the truth. I'm happy to go with it.
I'm happy. I'm happy to go with the truth. Over Ray Allen, definitely. I was trying, for me, when I was doing this list, I was strictly going position based.
Yeah.
Where were you good at your peak of power? Like I was looking at Basketball Reference, and then where they, the position that they played, because some played 2 positions as we do. Yeah, I was strictly going with that. But SG, since it's such a blurry thing, let's fill it in with somebody powerful, and we're going with the truth. I think I'm taking the truth over Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has a couple more years to, elevate over the truth. That'll be crazy. That means Miami's got it taken down a few more times.
And can we just say that one season, whichever season it was, of IT4,
Oh, that was crazy.
that's the best of all the point guards.
That's probably the only time I enjoyed watching Boston.
Yeah.
I think because he would just get buckets whenever he wanted.
No, he's
Yeah,
carrying.
crazy.
That one season,
He's
man.
carrying the ball, man.
That was right when I was starting to get into it, and I loved him.
No. It wasn't good from my perspective. I was a hater.
Yeah.
I thought he was carrying. I can't remember which coach called him out, but they're like, these refs, they got to call the carry.
Yeah, man, he was... all right, well, that's our team. At point guard, we got Rajon Rondo. At shooting guard, we got the truth, Paul Pierce. At small forward, we got Larry Bird. At power forward, we got Kevin Garnett. And the most unequivocal one, if that's the word, unanimous one, was Bill Russell. Bang.
I don't know. I'm still even unsure about the Rondo. I'm leaning towards Drew, but majority
It's
rules.
a hard one. We're gonna get killed either way. there's gonna be Bob Cousy truthers.
Well, yeah, 1 MVP, bro.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next thing. Where does Luka Doncic fit into the all-time Mavericks starting 5? All right, boys, we're doing this one.
Yep.
Let's get it.
And let me just start off by saying, if you think we fudged one position there, we're fudging here.
Oh, really?
We are fudging for days. We are fudging,
Yeah,
fudging.
No.
It's gonna be tough.
We
I
are
thought.
squeezing in.
This one's
No.
hard.
It isn't when...
What do you mean?
It is hard, but if you fudge, it's easy.
Okay, well, for me, I thought it was very easy.
We're getting all of them in. And I think you know who I mean.
Okay, no, I thought it was very, very easy, this one, compared to what we just done on the Celtics.
This one was easier, but there was a lot more.
There's 3 guys at the same position.
Yeah.
No.
3 guys for one position, and I'm fudging them all in.
Nah. No.
Budgeting.
And I'm going to get Rice to agree with me.
No, I don't think we need a fudge.
All right, so who you got at point guard then? Because that's the position I'm talking about. That is
Yeah.
the hard position.
Yeah, so this one's easy.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's a short sample size, and he didn't show up today. I've got Kyrie.
Oh!
I thought it
Wow.
was easy.
I can't get him in because I've fudged 3 point guards into
I
this
got, him at,
team.
I got him at shooting guard.
Nah, there's no need to
Point
put-
guard, I got Jason Kidd. Then I got Steve Nash and Jalen Brunson.
No way. No way.
Do
No
you mean
way.
Kyrie Irving?
I got Kyrie at shooting guard. With,
So you've
with
got.
Jason
So
Terry.
you've got. So say it again.
God.
Say it again. Say it
I
all.
got Jason Kidd, point guard. Steve Nash, or Jalen Brunson.
No, I
Or
thought.
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, not.
Oh,
no,
sorry.
yeah, that's like.
Right.
I chose Jason Kidd to begin, and then I had
Right,
Steve
right,
Nash
right.
and Jalen Brunson
Nah,
at
yep.
point guard. And then at shooting guard, I got Kyrie Irving, then Jason Terry.
At shooting guard, you got Thing or Jason Terry. Oh my goodness. No
One of them
way.
two for shooting guard.
No way. I even had Jason Terry at point
Primarily
guard.
Kyrie Irving at shooting guard.
And Jason Terry was mainly when he was on the mats, he was mainly like a 6-man kind of thing.
He cooked, but
Yeah, he cooked
Here's my 3 that I fudged in.
for point
No
guard.
Kyrie.
For point guard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But so I put point guard Nash, shooting guard Kidd, who ended up shooting 42% from 3 towards the end of his career. Small forward, our 6'8" Luka Doncic friend,
yeah, I got him at.
and no Kyrie. That's my. I fudged all 3 of the guys: Nash, Kidd, and Luka.
Wait, is this your
They've-
5 or is this your
That's just my 3.
your
Nash,
top 3?
Point guard, shooting guard.
that's my point guard, shooting guard. They're all
Oh.
point guards, but I'm fudging them all in because they deserve to all be in.
I didn't know.
What
Like,
do you mean?
I couldn't not write down Steve Nash.
Yeah.
and I had to write down Kyrie.
It's
Like,
easy to remove Steve Nash. Easy.
Why, bro?
I understand. 15, 7, and 3. That's like low key. And then 40%. When he was shooting 40% for 3, he was too late on the threes, bro. He was only attempting 2 a game. Of course, you can hit 40% from 3 if you're only attempting 2 a game. There's no need, right? You put Kyrie Irving in there, 26, 5, and 5 in terms of assist and rebound. Then you go Luka. This is for my SG, if I can move on to my SG.
Yeah.
You put Luka in SG because there's no other competition apart from some random Ronaldo Blackman. I don't know who. But then you could put in easily Mark McGuire or McGuire. Mark McGuire, 1981.
That guy.
1981. Bro, I was checking out his stats, man. He was a bucket. 20 points.
Kyrie? He's a bucket.
His best average, and this is small forward, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He was 6'6". I was like, bro, this guy would be beautiful in today's game. And on top of that, he was a Mavs guy. Two-way guy. Ended up being in MVP discussions, not really winning it. But at the end of the day, I was thinking, I understand, but I was thinking, nah, Steve Nash can take a break. Jason Terry can take a break. Kid can take a break. It's easy. Just make it easy. Go with Kyrie Irving.
Nah, Kid
Can take a break. No, you easily put in Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, right? I'm going for straight buckets. This is my team.
Okay.
20 points, 26 rebound, 26 points for PG. And then you got Luka Doncic, who will give me 30, 40, 50 a night. Then you put in Mark McGuire. Again, 25 points a night. 25 points a night. And for me, this guy, hey, bro, I was looking up this guy. And I was like, bro, people were like, how come this guy is like, he should have been in the Hall of Fame or blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I really read into him, and I thought he was the bucket. It's just that the Mavs were trash.
Okay. Jason Kidd's getting in, bro. Jason Kidd, Kyrie Irving went missing in all 3 games in Massachusetts this series. Jason Kidd won a ring with the Mavs.
So, yeah, because of Nowitzki.
Yeah, okay.
LeBron was figuring it out himself too.
But Jason Kidd was never afraid of the moment. And I'm sorry, Kyrie Irving was afraid of the moment this series.
Afraid of Boston for some reason.
Jason Kidd's in. Whether Kyrie is or not, Jason Kidd and Luka and Dirk are in, right? Who have you got at center?
Oh, this one was hard.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go with a stretch center, or I was going to go with a pure dominance.
I had Chandler too.
I had Chandler in there, but he was only 2 seasons, 10 points, 10 blocks, 10 points, 10 rebounds.
He was there for one season, bro. He was there. He was.
2 seasons.
Oh, sorry. He might have
When
been.
he came back.
He came back. Sorry.
Yeah,
But he was only there originally for their one championship season.
his true shooting percentage was 70%. I was like, I don't think it works in today's era. But then I was like, oh, you could go with Josh Howard, who's 6'7", and I thought he was too short. He was too undersized. Josh Howard, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and he could stretch
Do
the
you
floor.
guys both 100% want Kyrie in the team? Seems like you do. Let's make these deals.
But is it a regular season game, or is this imaginary battle always taking place in Boston's arena? That's another thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got to say that we're actually putting the 2 teams against each other. I don't know, but I'm just going to get to the point. I've got Dirk at center just because there's not enough bullshit. There's too much bullshit.
Like I didn't know. First time I had him at center, but then I searched and he was really a power
Because
forward.
these 2
He's
guys,
a power forward.
these 2 guys were there for 5 minutes.
Kristaps or
Yeah.
Chandler?
There
both.
wasn't real proper centers.
Yeah.
I've looked and I was like,
we got to go Dirk center, Mark Aguirre.
PF.
But
Mark-
he's a bucket, yeah.
It's a very small ball team, 100% small ball team, but you got it with this Mavs.
Okay,
Dirk at center,
okay.
Mark Aguirre at 4. I want Nash in, but you guys want Kyrie in. I think you guys want Kyrie. We'll
go with Kyrie. But does Nash and Kyrie work? Ugh.
Well, one or the other is going in. You mean Kyrie and the
Because
kid?
Nathan wants Jason Kidd.
That's a small team.
No, kid's in. Kid in.
Wow.
Kid's in.
He does have to be in.
Kid's
Really?
in, bro. Kid's in. You got to know. Kid's
All right,
in.
Kid's in.
Kid's a guy.
Kids, yeah.
Like, he was, because of how good he was, because he wore a Mavs jersey for like 5+ years, that's it. You're in. It's like if LeBron wore a Mavs. I know that sounds ridiculous. LeBron's the best. If Kevin Durant, no. If Jimmy Butler, even in this equation, wore a Mavs jersey for 5 years, he'd be in. The Tyson Chandler thing, he's there for 1 second. I'm making it smaller every time I talk about it. And Kristaps Porzingis was wearing.
But he was part of the champs.
I know, but
And you know,
Jason Kidd was there for a million years and part of the champs. So
I'd take Dirk at 5 because I kind of just slotted these two because I had no choice.
Dirk's got to go at 5. Mark Aguirre at 4. We've got Luka in somewhere. We got Kidd in somewhere, and then it seems you guys want Kyrie over Nash. That's the team somewhere.
Yeah. I'd rather have Kyrie.
All right. So who's going at point guard? Kyrie, Luka, or Kidd? I think it's got to be Kidd. Oh
no, we have to have Kid.
Kid, definitely.
You have to have Kid.
Yeah,
he's a crazy passer. Not the Luka isn't.
Runs off.
And then and then Kyrie at shooting guard.
See, this team doesn't make sense.
And then Luka.
Kyrie, Luka.
And then Luka at small forward.
And then
they'd be a pretty great team, though.
And a Maguire.
It doesn't make sense. They'd be really small, but they'd be pretty great.
Yeah, I don't know.
They'd give the Celtics team a run for their money.
I know they tried Dirk at center a couple of times.
They didn't win the
really
championship
work.
with Dirk at center.
Yeah,
But
they
for this
didn't really
team,
work.
they didn't end up. Tyson Chandler was there for
Guy
5
at
seconds.
4.
I don't know.
Mark
you
Aguirre.
see my
Aguirre.
list. This is my starting 5.
Yeah.
That makes a better team.
Kyrie at 1, Luka at 2. I don't want Tyson Chandler in it. And we need Kidd in it. Kidd needs to be in it.
You can have Josh
Kidd
Howard. You can have Josh Howard.
No.
Because I was like, look, I
Kidd
understand.
must get in. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Kidd's got to get in this.
All right.
Kidd is one of the greatest Mavs ever, even though he won a championship with the Mavs, even though we probably remember him for the Nets.
I do remember him more for the Nets.
The New Jersey Nets. But anyway, all right. So that's our team. Point guard, we got Jason Kidd. Shooting guard, we got Kyrie Irving, the choker. His reputation has been
it's gonna be tough now.
destroyed after
where
this
do you
series.
want to put? Do you want to make
Bring him to
adjustment
Lakers.
to your
Just-
tier list for the duo?
He could revive
Oh.
his life and go to Lakers
Oh god.
and play with LeBron.
All right, point guard Jason Kidd, shooting guard Kyrie Irving, small forward Luka Doncic, power forward Mark Aguirre, and center Dirk Nowitzki. That's it.
Have you seen the clip of Dirk and Luka killing the Golden State Warriors during their crazy season?
No.
I think it was like Luka's or Dirk's last season, maybe with Luka. You should just see them two on the court, just like young Luka, but just going nuts against Golden State with Kevin Durant, and they beat him. It was actually it was
They
crazy.
played
play.
together for one season,
Yeah,
I think.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
You should,
Luka and
watch
Dirk.
it back. It was crazy.
Doesn't feel right, does it?
It looks OP. I was watching. I'm like, wow.
Luka was there for 1 year when Luka was there for 1 year when Dirk was there for 1
It's
year.
almost like watching Jokic and Luka. It's like what you'd be like in a way.
Or like Jokic and Carmelo or something together, play together. All right, who would win out of those two teams?
Celtics.
Let's check again.
Because this team's too small.
So we got Rondo, Pierce,
Kevin
Bird,
Garnett got to be running
Bill
everybody.
Russell.
Bill Russell going to be a monster. So if we go position by position, right? Bill Russell going to be a monster against Dirk. Like Dirk will struggle.
Well, all right. But Bill Russell will be a monster.
Yeah, like in terms of defense,
But
right?
at the same
Dirk,
time-
Dirk ain't showing
Okay,
that
yeah,
defense.
yeah, actually, yeah.
You know what I mean? So at least
Aguirre versus Garnett.
Aguirre versus Garnett going to win. Right? That's how I'm doing it position by position.
Garnett would be guarding Dirk though. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, so you can switch. They can even switch. Right?
Yeah, the Celtics would win.
And then you have
Small
who
ball.
for the SG?
Luka.
Luka, okay.
Luka, SF.
Luka will murder whoever. And then there's SF and PG.
Against Larry Bird. Luka against Larry Bird.
Oh my goodness, Luka against that's
That's what it'd be.
that's nullifying each other, no?
Yep.
That's
And
nullifying.
then Paul Pierce versus Kyrie Irving. And then Jason Kidd
Paul Pierce,
versus
it's
Rondo.
Too big. They're too big.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys let us know in the comments your all-time teams and who would win out of those two teams. As you guys can see, my demeanor.
Fuck Boston.
I can't even hold my head
I
up.
might say it a few times during this
My
podcast.
demeanor. Let's get on to the next thing. All right. The next thing is NBA Finals. Who am I? So,
One's pretty funny, I think.
so I said bring two
my
each.
spare one's funny.
Yeah, I've got.
Oh, my,
I'll start.
Okay, I have 2.
Yeah, we're gonna see how long it goes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If they're all juicy enough, then we'll do just one each. If they're not juicy enough, we'll do 2 each. All right, I'll start. Who am I? NBA Finals edition. All right. Now, how we want to do this? You want to do like a buzzer system, or you want to do like a frozen system, which one of those? You want to do like a chi? That's your buzzer. Rise.
I think we have to go with the...
Or the frozen thing. You
Frozen.
just say an answer.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
Yeah.
I'm just going to be talking.
I'm going to read out 3 clues. Don't say anything. And then only if you're struggling enough will I give a 4th clue and then a 5th clue if we need it.
Okay.
All right. Who am I? NBA Finals edition.
Awesome.
I've won 2 championships, both times taking home Finals MVP. I was the first international player to win MVP. I am the only player in NBA history to win MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and Finals MVP in the same season. Who am I? First guesses.
Giannis.
Frozen.
Akeem Olajuwon.
Yeah!
I just guessed the international.
All right, my next clues were I have a very similar background to someone at this table, Nigerian.
Go.
And then my 5th clue was going to be I was selected number 1 overall in the 1984 draft over the likes of Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, and John Stockton.
Yeah.
What a draft.
Drill me.
He was
Drill me in the comments.
He was nice, man. Now, I knew even before you said it. I just was holding back.
Oh, you just let him go.
Yeah, I let him go.
Oh, which one did you know straight away?
Sorry, what was the...
So I won 2 championships both times, taking home Finals MVP. You can't
No.
straight off, but I was the first international player to win MVP.
Yeah,
It was that one. Yeah.
It was that one. But it was a good one.
Yeah.
Because it helped me narrow down. But then I was double checking myself.
I should have maybe left that for the bonus ones. But yeah, he's the only player in NBA history to win MVP, DPOY, and Finals MVP in the same year.
Yeah, no, beast.
1994.
It was a beast.
Hakeem the Dream.
Hakeem the Dream.
What was your Joker hints?
Oh, I tried the last 2 ones. I have a very similar background to someone at this table, and I was selected first in 1984 draft
Yes,
over Jordan, Barkley, and Stockton.
Yes, you said so.
All right. Go, Rice.
All right. Who am I? I'm the first athlete to win an NBA title, an NCAA championship, an Olympic gold medal, and a FIBA World Cup championship. Who am I?
Anthony Davis.
Oh, damn it.
Damn.
That was easy.
I wanted to let you simmer, but then I was like, nah, Nathan's good at these games, so fuck it.
Yeah. Don't give him a chance.
Lucky he did, because I was like, it was still, it was like 5 seconds delayed. It was still coming into my brain. And I'm like, Lakers. Who is he saying?
Lakers.
All right.
Hey, that's impressive.
Lovely. Cheech. Hit us. Oh, man. All right. I think we might need the second one. We're too good at this.
Okay, so my guy's a retired player. I just want to just get off the bat.
Getting the hints in.
Okay, who am I? I have played in 5 NBA finals. I have won 2 rings. I have played with 6 teams.
6 teams?
Yep.
5 NBA finals. You've played 5 NBA finals. You've won 2 rings. And you've played with 6 teams. And he's retired. 5 NBA finals. 2 rings.
Rondo.
6 teams.
Bow.
Frozen. Oh, shit. There's a lot. God, there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of people here.
2 rings.
2 rings.
5 finals.
It's not. Is it Danny Green?
No.
Damn.
Here's one throw.
I like the guess.
Oh yeah, he's one.
I like the guess.
All right. So
2 rings. 6 teams. 5 finals. Lost a bit, huh? 6 teams.
Shaq?
No.
No, he's
I'm
got
thinking
he's got
he's got like 4 rings,
Yeah,
5 rings. 4 rings.
2 rings.
Fuck, there's so many players, huh?
Okay, my finals I played in were 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2020.
2015, so he's
2020.
The 2 rings that I've won.
Tristan Thompson.
No.
Freeze.
The authority.
To be nice.
I got this. 2020. 2 rings.
Sorry, I'll say them all again. Sorry.
So I played in 5 finals. 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2020.
What?
Oh, I know who it is now. Give up now. Give up. I was close. It's one of the goons.
Wow.
It's like
Like not Dwight Howard.
that's Frozen. Should be Frozen.
All right.
You see like
Dwight Howard, is that your guess?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Guys are so good.
Frozen.
That was so good.
Sing it out. Sing it
I'm
out.
pretty sure it's this guy, but
Uh-huh.
you see like Batman, Joker. Like the Joker.
Yeah, yeah.
He has his goons, and they just follow him around wherever he goes.
Oh, why?
No. No.
Yeah.
And I already
The
said.
Lakers or Heat?
Yeah.
I already said one of them. The Heat didn't make the. Oh yeah, you're silly. I said the first one, Tristan Thompson, but it's not him. It's J.R. Smith.
Correct. The college golf player.
Oh, JR.
My next hints were he's the 6th man of the year in 2013. I was going to say he won 2 rings with the Cavs and the Lakers, but that was going to be too obvious.
Oh, that would have been too obvious.
And then my nickname's Kenny
JR
Guard.
Smith. I'm thinking, who's on the Lakers team that in 2015? Oh, okay.
All right, you want to hit us with another one?
Yeah, let's go.
We'll just go your 2.
Alright.
Mine wasn't that good, I don't think.
A bit harder, but this one might.
We'll see how quick these go.
All right.
That was good, Cheech. Lovely.
Who am I? I'm the only player in NBA history to win a championship in the first season with 2 separate franchises. I'm most. I don't know if I should say this. I most likely live rent free in Devin Booker's mind.
And
I'm a 6-time.
You say it. I'll give it to you.
yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, I got it.
He's
Who?
got it.
Drew Holiday.
Say the line.
I had another one.
I already knew after the
I
first.
stole from Devin Booker's cookie jar.
It's Drew Holiday, man. Name's depressed, man. Leave him alone.
You got another one.
Who am I? I'm the first NBA player in history to average 31, 14, and 6 across the entire postseason. I'm the first player in NBA history to have 200 points, 100 rebounds, and 50 assists in a playoff series. I am an international player.
What was the first one?
I'm the first player in NBA history to average across the postseason 31 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Is it Giannis?
Correct.
It is Giannis.
Take that. I needed one.
Good man.
When I heard international, I'm like, okay.
All right. I'll do
take
my
that. We'll
last
take
one,
that.
even if it doesn't get in the video. I'll do my last
Absolute
one.
dominance. We forget how dominant Giannis is when he's firing
Back in the Giannis
with
train.
an apparent healthy Damian Lillard, because Doc Rivers been slipping. He'd be talking, Damian Lillard wasn't even fit this season. He had to work his way into shape because he knew he was getting traded. Did you hear all that? Did you hear all that? Doc Rivers been talking too much again. On the weekend, Doc Rivers was talking on Bill Simmons' podcast, talking about how Damian Lillard wasn't even fit this season.
Oh my god.
He was working ways. So this next season gonna be firing on all cylinders. I was like, wow, this Doc talks too much.
Classic Doc.
He just like if you're coaching, just don't communicate with anybody.
How'd you get so tall?
I'm just sitting up. Did you hear what John Bates said?
Yeah.
About the East were all hobbled.
Oh, yeah.
He did say that. All right, I'll do one last one. Who am I? I was Rookie of the Year in 2012. I've played in 4 NBA Finals and won 1 championship. A lot of people call me by my first syllable of my name.
First syllable. Huh? I think I should know this one.
It's a bit of a...
Yeah, I think... Is it...
2012 rookie.
Yeah, I think I know it. Should I say it? But I think I'm dumb.
Say it.
I think I'm dumb. I don't know, but whatever. I'm going to do it.
I don't know if it's...
Jason Tatum?
No.
Okay, cool.
So I don't know if it's that obvious. You're frozen.
Frozen? The finger wag.
Yeah. It's
First syllable.
I was Rookie of the... No. That's not a good clue. That's just not a great clue.
You lost me.
Yeah. I was Rookie of the Year in 2012. I've played in 4 NBA Finals and won 1 championship. Let me give you a different one. I had a famous shoe deal. Now I'm with a different company.
And this is NBA Finals edition.
Give you another clue if you need it. But then you'll get it if I give you this other clue.
Oh, I get it.
Well,
I
I'm
think you
frozen,
guys
apparently.
All right, I'll give you 5 seconds.
Go.
5 seconds from now.
You have to answer, fool. You
Yep.
have to out your guess, fool.
All right,
I got no one.
Frozen. You got one, Cheech?
Sing it out.
Before
What
I give-
was the shoe deal one? What you say?
I had a pretty significant shoe deal, but now I'm with another company. It's not really good clues. I was trying. This one's hard. He doesn't.
Irving?
It is. Harry Irving.
Shoe deal. I was just thinking, and then the one ring.
No. It was
2012.
No.
Sounded like.
I was born in Melbourne, Australia. Is
Yeah.
I've got a photo of Ryan at Kicks 101.
I love that fact, man. I love that fact. All the Melbourne-born kids. Man, can you imagine 2 Melbourne-born kids? Where's Josh Green from?
I don't know.
I think he's from Sydney.
Okay, yeah, I haven't.
I have a feeling he's
I've
from
never heard
But
anybody
Melbourne,
out here.
Melbourne. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
is
number
the most number 1 picks in NBA history.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? Welcome to Melbourne. Yeah.
That's it. 'cause
Ben
we have-
Simmons, Kyrie Irving, and Andrew Bogut.
Yep.
But if he was from here,
Yes, he is. Because Bogut, St. Albans boy, bro.
I think so.
He's a St. Albans boy. He chills out at the Maccas.
Yeah, I've seen it.
He chills-
All right.
But now he's in Brighton fighting with council.
All right. Now, boys. I'm sorry. I just come back from holiday. Celtics have won. If you're an AFL fan, my team are like the Pistons.
But they had a chance.
And we had essentially like a 35-point lead against the Celtics or against the Nuggets. And then the Nuggets came back and won by a point. So that's
In the
my
last
AFL
couple
team
minutes.
in the last couple minutes.
Clutch time.
So that's how my last couple days are gone. Rise, you wanted to talk about the Mavs?
No.
You don't want to talk
Minute
about
of
the Mavs?
silence. Please.
Minute of silence. Let's have a nap.
So where does the Mavs go from here?
Can I get
Oh, was
better?
that you who said that in the group chat?
I said it.
You
Yeah.
said it.
Have they reached their peak of powers?
Well,
Obviously not.
Definitely
because
not.
Derek
What do you
Lively's
mean?
fresh. He's so fresh at this
What's
room
Derek
to grow.
Lively going to develop in 1 season?
Well,
bro?
exactly.
Like,
but
I think it'll take
you're
3
right.
seasons.
And that's why I questioned it. Are they going to get any better?
I think
Are they going to have any more star power?
I don't feel like they've got a ton. It's all about their assets.
Yep.
And I think they've just got a little bit of assets. I don't think they have much left to trade.
because like Kyrie Irving is probably going to decline while Lavi's getting better. So that kind of
Are they done with
Balance
Kyrie
out
after
this-
this series is done? Have they seen enough to be like, all right, I don't know if we can go far enough with you. We might as well just hurry up and get rid of you and
Who?
Dallas with Kyrie.
No.
They have to keep.
It's too hard to get someone that good. But
That's right.
But that's the shit part.
That's the
It's
thing.
too hard to get someone that good. But this man didn't show up in 3 games this series.
So it's like, are we going to just waste time the next couple of seasons and just hope?
And if they ever get to this point, they're going to verse the Celtics most likely.
Especially next season.
So Kyrie Irving has
potentially.
essentially
Depends,
cursed
Philly.
himself. No, come on, let's be realistic. Embiid's going to choke. Whichever way. And even if
PG's
he
not
gets-
consistent.
Even if, PG is going to choke, PG just being PG, and then if they want, Levine ain't going to show up. Okay, if you want, you could switch it. Okay.
We're getting LeBron.
LeBron's going to Dallas.
LeBron's going to
LeBron's going to Dallas.
There you go. No taxes, no.
Where's Bronny going?
What do I have to say? Brad Stevens, Danny Ainge.
Fuck Boston.
Danny Ainge. When did Danny Ainge become the GM of the Celtics? That's what we need to find out because
Hey, we could have
Danny Ainge.
added him to the all-time Celtics team, Danny Ainge.
Well, that's what happens when you allow him to have his space. Right? The
He-
whole team.
So he was a when was he executive career? Bro, what? 2003.
Really?
Right. So in 2003, he was hired. Look, I only started following the NBA in 2013, as I said, but so he was hired in 2003. They hadn't won a championship, from my understanding, since the 80s. And then 5 years later, they win a championship. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and it was with pieces.
Right. And then they went to the finals again 2 years later. And then he trades their big 3. Was it all 3 of them?
Yeah.
Garnett. It was definitely Garnett and Pierce.
Brooklyn.
And was it Allen as well?
Allen as
all
well.
of them
Yeah, all
to
of them.
Brooklyn for picks that ended up becoming Jalen and Jason. And then he hires Brad Stevens. Danny Ainge he's one of the best GMs there are, really. Was or has been. Then he hires Brad Stevens, who's arguably the best coach in the NBA. Brad Stevens goes upstairs. Danny Ainge goes to Utah. Brad Stevens goes and he becomes the GM. Brad Stevens picks up Derek White for a bag of chips. Brad Stevens reacquires Al Horford, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And that was from you guys, no?
Yep.
No, he was on OKC.
Oh, was he?
Oh,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
felt like
We
that.
dumped him
that's
to
right.
OKC.
What? That was so dumb.
Was washed up.
No, he didn't work
they
with
didn't
us.
have time.
Didn't work with us.
Two centers.
He reacquired Al Horford, and he acquired Porzingis in a deal for Marcus Smart, where they got given like 2 first-round picks for Marcus Smart for Porzingis or some shit like that.
And then you get Drew Holiday, which covers the Marcus Smart plus more.
And then you get Drew Holiday. Brad Stevens, right now, I come to this table today. Brad Stevens is the most lethal, not on the court mind. He's the most lethal basketball mind that's not a player in the NBA right now. Obviously, he didn't pick every piece, but it's hard to pick those pieces and still.
Consistently.
Yeah, right.
But the thing is, I think the beauty of it was he allowed the team to grow organically. He didn't rush and trade in Smart like immediately. Everybody was kind of calling. It's like, hey, let's figure this out. We can keep developing as a unit. And then eventually got rid of him. The Kyrie kind of thing, let's keep it going. Tried with Gordon Hayward. So there's, there was fails. There was trials and fails. But they kind of said, these are my 2 guys. I'm going to build around them. And then all the other kind of side pieces, they allowed them to be part of the team instead of, the LeBron situation where it's you have 50 games and you piss off.
And it's just so I'm not trying to be. I am a sore loser here, even though I'm not a Mavs fan, but I do not like the Celtics. But you know what? This is how sport should be. I just don't like the Celtics, but sport should be about the best basketball minds at the helm, whether it be coaches or especially GMs. Really, GMs is what sport should be about. The GM that constructs the best roster including like if he constructs it with LeBron, right? Should reap the rewards for being superior. And fuck. So that leads me into starting the whole discourse, or not starting, but just there's my 2 cents. I've already said it before. We've said it before. This isn't a star power championship. Their best player, I mean, now it's getting closer and closer than ever, but their best player, Jason Tatum, didn't win their finals MVP. Normally, to win a championship, you must have, by law, a top 5 player in the league. I don't care what anyone says. Jason Tatum's not a top 5 player. You've got Giannis, Jokic, Luka, Shea, definitely, and then there's like KD, LeBron, and Durant. There's a whole bunch of guys in the top class. Tatum is not a top 5 player, and neither is Brown.
Bill Simmons keeps pushing it, man.
No.
He's just get out of here.
Do not refer to Tatum. And so this team does not have a single hole in it. Every single player.
Sorry,
cut you off. We even missed out. Yeah, Joel Embiid.
Nah, but even Joel.
No. We understand he's got the badge, but he's a beast himself.
But yeah, he's a beast. AD, even AD maybe.
No.
Bro, this team, every player can shoot. Every player can defend. Every player can put the ball on the floor, go to the rack a little bit. There was a stretch in the third quarter today, and this is the story of the whole playoffs. Sorry, the whole finals. The Mavs have like really good star power, and they have some good pieces that might show up here and there. Josh Green did that today.
Huge.
But you have to play essentially perfect against the Celtics, especially if you're badly matched up against them. If maybe you're like Jokic, that's the one weakness they have. The one weakness they have. But I think moving forward, as we're learning, if you're going to have a weakness, maybe it should be at center. Because in terms of, or in brute at center. Because yes, if the Celtics met Jokic and a healthy Murray, maybe they would have lost. Just because Jokic is too strong in there, and then he brings paint gravity. But for the most part, most of the NBA now is about perimeter gravity and drawing Jokic out to Porzingis, all this blah, 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 blah. Celtics have no holes. And in that third quarter, the Mavs were playing awesome defense today. And I was saying to Taylor, I'm like, they're playing such good defense, but they're fucking exhausted going to offense and they can't score.
Yep.
So if you're going to play awesome defense against the Celtics, then you go to the other end and they play awesome defense.
Yeah.
Then they're going to throw up a million threes and some of them go in. A lot of them go in. You have to. There's no holes. They're still not as good as they're nowhere near. This is the shit part about the numbers and crap. They're nowhere near like the Warriors of the time.
Yeah, nowhere near.
Nowhere near. The Warriors were the Celtics of now, except Draymond couldn't shoot really, but they had star power as well. Imagine this team with KD and Steph.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Crazy.
that's how good that team was.
Even the Miami team, nowhere.
Yeah. Right?
Come on.
At some point, yeah, come on.
Come on.
Like Bosch, Wade, LeBron, Ray Allen.
Come on.
Different power.
You got star power and no holes. You know what I mean? Like
James Jones.
That's crazy. This team is just one of those teams, no holes.
Even Kobe, Pau Gasol, that kind of era still. Like, I'm taking that Lakers team over this Celtics team. But, it's just a perfect team. This Celtics, it's a in terms of chemistry, it's just level. It's very a neutral team, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's just their floor. Their floor
is so much higher.
So high. Their ceiling is nowhere near as high as the ceiling of, as we said, those teams. But their floor is really high.
Yeah. Every position.
You know what I mean?
Does not lack.
Yeah. They
can
all
play
defend.
one-on-one against anyone.
That's right. They all defend. They all shoot. And and this is the first year ever, in my opinion, where, and this makes me sound old as I always go on, the shooting, the too much shooting finally won. The analytics finally won. Those Rockets were punished because they didn't have any. They had star power, but the Warriors had something more. You can't just chuck up threes. And yes, you could argue that the Celtics don't have nothing, but they're truly just all threes and Ds. Threes and Ds, and Porzingis is a little bit of difference maker. They didn't need Porzingis in this series.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? The Mavs beat the Timberwolves, who beat the Nuggets. There's also the factor that the Celtics are in the East. Man, that's a big factor.
And the weak East. It was like a weak East. Like, I understand LeBron had a weak
The West
East
is
too,
stacked from 10.
But
crazy.
this one was like levels of difference.
You know, it's crazy. They were attacking Luka more than Kyrie Irving.
Well, Luka,
As in, like, Luka was more of a liability on the defensive end than Kyrie Irving.
it came to this
Which
point.
is crazy.
Came to this point. It is crazy.
Because
Because the size
every
difference,
other
yeah.
time it would be attack Kyrie Irving, size their friends. We've got that mismatch.
It came to
Even-
this point
yeah.
where
Slow.
Kyrie was holding his own this
Yeah.
year in this playoffs in
That's
defense,
what's
and
crazy.
Luka wasn't.
And it's like, okay, you got someone like Kyrie Irving who could be a liability, but then you also got Luka. So none of your guards can actually really play really good defense and hold their own,
And yes,
which is it's a struggle.
It's interesting because it's a good time for Paul George.
yeah, it is.
I'm a two-way kind of guy.
If he genuinely is happy to test the market to get the most money that he wants, 100%.
he can grab it.
He
can
Right,
grab
go
it
away.
because
in his
this
Really?
season has really
Joel's face.
this series has really boosted his value.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it shows the value of two-way. Before we were kind of saying all offense, no D, like, you know what I mean? But nah.
And he's got the height, two-way. All two-way people have height.
Yeah,
and
you got length.
and can
Size.
shoot.
Yeah.
It's just a consistency
But
on the
anyway,
offensive end. I
we'll
think.
mark this closing with a bit of a week off next week. So,
Can we do top 5?
so that's it for this season of the NBA. We will be back probably in 2 weeks or something like that. The Celtics are the champions.
Congrats.
Can
Hey,
we fast forward?
there's fans out there, apparently.
I just
I'd
want to
love
go
to
to the
fast
free
forward.
agency talks and fast forward a bit more.
Olympics.
And hey, I know it doesn't need to be said, but Celtics now have more championships
Yeah,
than the
no, that's-
Lakers.
that's
I
my
know why.
main-
I know why.
That's
yeah.
my main.
Championships? I thought the
They got
Lakers
18.
were...
Lakers got 17.
No, but you guys
From
counting the
today's
in-season tournament, no?
Oh yeah.
That's
Okay,
just
then let's remove the Mavericks. Apparently, you guys were, back in the day, weren't the Lakers.
Minneapolis.
Yeah, Minneapolis.
yeah.
So you want to remove that? So really,
We'll
you
have
have
to
like
say-
11 or 12?
One of the
One of the staples. Anyway, that's another season of the NBA.
Florida and
lads.
fuck Boston again.
Well, I will say the only nice thing about Boston winning, I guess, but it would have been nice if Dallas won it, is that we've had. So we had, what do we have?
no, back-to-back winners.
Raptors, yeah, Raptors. So we had Warriors. Oh, let's take out the Warriors 18. So we have Raptors 19, Lakers 20, Bucks 21,
Huge.
Warriors 22, Nuggets 23,
Celtics.
24. We've had 6 different winners.
It's good for the league.
All right, that's good for the league, man.
Yeah, but it's looking like next year it will be Celtics again because this is OP.
Just gotta hope that next year.
No one's injured. The Bucks are healthy. Philly's healthy.
I
Miami's
don't know.
healthy.
I don't know
I'm
what to
ready.
say.
I'm
Yeah,
ready for Giannis
hoping
to
that the
turn it
East is stronger next year. It should bloody be, but just hoping that the West. Let's all be honest. The West shook out in a really bad matchup way, not quality way, bad matchup way. Everyone just got on everyone because of matchups. Bloody, like I think Denver probably might have beaten Dallas,
I still reckon.
and Denver
what's
would
good?
have beaten Celtics.
Wolves. I reckon Wolves
Even
still
the
would have won.
Clippers against
Beaten Celtics.
I reckon Wolves.
Clippers versus Boston
They
would have been
got
good
something
to watch.
over them.
If everyone's healthy, if Kawhi's healthy.
Yeah. Oh, you go on about the Clippers.
No, I'm just
Kawhi's
saying.
never healthy. Kawhi's
Yeah, I know,
Embiid.
that's the problem.
We're gonna just pencil
my
them out.
last who am I was Kawhi, and it's if I was healthy, I'd have more rings. And I live rent free in Philly fans.
All right. Well, the next thing on the agenda is the Bronny James draft. So we'll talk
Next
about
hot
that
topic.
next time we speak. Thank you so much for this season, fellas.
Thank you for the season.
Thanks, lads.
Can't believe it.
Being good
All right.
forever.
All right. We'll talk to you next season.